Hey, everybody out there in TV land, we're back for a new episode of Tier List Land. I'm here with Putty the Putty Man and JD the Donut Man, and today we'll be eating donuts with Putty on top of them as we talk about Star Wars, the Disney Plus series is
Donuts and Kermit
donuts and series is, and the new Wookiee Order. Um,
because it's too.
that was perfect. All right, let's jump into this. Putty will be your tier master for today. Their stuff will be in the description below if you want to take a look at them. Subscribe.
Okay, let's get started with the now. Again, these are all based on series, not seasons. So
Okay, what about the
let's
categories though? Why don't you tell me
Okay,
what the categories?
the
It's only the
categories
third
are
video we did in a row. I think he's forgot it every time.
Fourth,
so
actually.
the first category is the force is strong with this one, which means it's strong with this one. We if not, then we need the second one to use the force. You know what I mean? So. But then of course sometimes you have it kind of medium or something like that. So it's a little bit odd, but you never tell me the odds. Never
Never
tell
tell
me
me
the
the
odds.
odds.
Yeah.
Never tell me the odds. And then of course, we don't think you should watch it. Well, these clearly are not the Disney Plus series you're looking for, or not the droid you're looking for. And then
And
of
for
course,
sale,
if you
actually. Had them for a couple seasons.
Nice.
nice. And then there's the holiday special with uh,
B. Arthur.
dancing B. Arthur and a Wookiee getting
An
off in
old
the
man
chair.
Wookiee watching a girl do aerobics very
uh,
scarily,
Erotic.
Erotic.
like the
So with that
Madonna
being
song.
said, so if it being
Erotic.
said,
Do you know it was written by Lenny Kravitz?
That makes sense.
okay, there you go. All right, so the first one we have is the Mandalorian, and everyone knows where I want to put this, so I'm gonna let these guys decide because they already know where I want this one to
The
go.
force is probably strong with this one, I think.
Nah, I'm
Yeah,
happy
even
with
though the
that.
third season was kind of weak,
Yeah, it's
it
two to
wasn't it
one.
wasn't Mandalorian, it was a continuation of Clone Wars season 3. They
It
focused
was
too
the
much on Bo-Katan.
Mandalorians.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
focused too much on
exactly.
Bo-Katan on the third season.
Well, that's because
They
they
did.
they spent too much of the next show focusing on the Mandalorian, so they already had 3 seasons of the Mandalorian, technically.
This is the second one is Never Tell Me the Odds.
Okay. Oh, so we're on this now already. Oh, you mean on the seasons? Okay. Anyway, so you're saying the Book of Boba Fett for you is Never Tell Me the Odds?
Yep.
Okay. So here's my thing. I'm actually going to agree with us. What are you saying, Campo? You going to tongue the
Uh,
screen like?
I want to say it's at the top of, based on the rankings we're doing, right? It's not because I don't think this is because I think this is a bad show. I actually like Boba Fett way more than most people did. But I think the way I'm going to end up ranking this in my head, it would have to go in the fourth category.
Right here.
However, if you guys are both in never tell me the odds, then I can't really argue that.
Okay. All I'll say is this. I think the majority of us, or at least I know me and JD, big Boba Fett fans growing up, and this was just a diluted version of Boba Fett. Boba Fett is way more badass than he was
You
in
know,
the
like riding a
show.
panther.
Yeah,
Panther.
exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. So I'm saying this show is a lower tier. You guys are arguing a higher tier, but you're arguing that the show is
I
worse than
still,
I think it is. How's that work?
well, no, see,
I
You
like
know
think the
what?
show
today,
is
Let's drop it down a tier. I think I agree
I'm
with you.
down. I kind of agree
just
too.
I
Well, here's
want
the
you to
thing.
think about that. You're arguing that the show is worse than what I'm saying, but I'm
Well,
putting it a
okay.
tier lower than where you guys wanted it.
Okay, I'm going to say it this way. It's in Never Tell Me the Odds because it's got the name Boba Fett for me. That's pretty much why it
Yeah,
is.
It's
I
a
can't
cop in. We're
lie.
not playing Sonic here.
no.
We're not playing Sonic. By the way, we should have did a list. We should check after this and sneak in a list of just everything Sonic
Oh, Jesus
if they
Christ.
have one of those. Like
Well,
all the
Sonic 2 is
animated
number
shows,
one for me.
everything. Did we ever do that?
No, we did one with all the characters.
Oh, we did
Yeah,
do that. That was hot.
yeah.
Okay, anyways, let's
All right.
continue.
Next is the
Amy Rose,
Obi
call
Wan
me.
Kenobi. Amy Rose, call me.
That's the use the force tier for me. I really enjoyed
Yeah,
this show.
this is
I did too.
never tell me the odds.
Oh,
This
uh-oh,
is
I
an
gotta
odds.
Really?
decide. Huh. So based on what we already see in the list, and I'm like looking at all the Disney Plus shows, see, I don't know.
Well, we're gonna
I hate this.
Putty, you and I are gonna disagree on the second one, on the next one.
This is
Well,
the yeah.
so I'm gonna agree with him on Never Tell Me the Odds. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay,
Okay, so I
it's
liked it
fine.
though. Don't get me wrong, I liked it.
Okay,
Um,
since Putty very specifically throughout this series of tier lists that he's created, if you notice, has very much emphasized the fact that only one movie is in the top. Excelsior, the One Ring to rule them. This of course is strong with this one. I can't put Andor in the top, and I have to put it in Use the Force.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can do that.
I think once season 2 of this show comes out, it will be the best show.
Absolutely, yeah.
The first couple episodes of this are very not good, and I couldn't understand why people kept saying it was good until I got to like episode 4, and I was like, holy crap, this show's so. After the heist, once they did
Yeah.
that heist, I was like, oh yeah, you got me.
Well, see, I think that's where we actually talked about, because the thing is, I think when we did the Andor review,
You gave up after that.
yeah, well, see, the thing is like, yeah, exactly. After that, I gave up on it and I didn't start watching it until everyone comes to say, no, it gets better. And I went back and watched it and I'm like, okay, this is a decent show. I still like Mandalorian better. I actually have like the first season of Mandalorian. I watched the first season several times.
I just think
even
Mandalorian has more. It has a lot more. It has 3 times the amount of episodes, and in those 3 times the amount of episodes, it has like 3 times better episodes. Like,
yeah,
there's only a few Mandalorian episodes that suck, and they're
I agree.
mostly in the 3rd season.
Yes.
So it's
I
like, to
agree.
take away from how good season 1 and 2 are. I mean, I can't knock it for that. If
Yeah,
season 4 is really bad, I mean, I don't even think it doesn't matter to me at all.
They're not doing a
It's not
season
gonna,
4
they're
now.
not season 4. They're doing a
The
movie.
movie.
Yeah.
If Andor season 2 is even close to as good as the second half was, it's going to be the best show. I'll just put it out there now.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. It has to blow me away in order for me to kick it Mandalorian down like that.
Oh yeah, it'll
Anyway.
blow you. No way.
Well, hey. Anyway, next we have Ahsoka.
Ahead of the Obi Wan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for that. 100%.
I really liked Ahsoka. I thought Ahsoka was really fun.
I agree. All right, next we have this one. We're gonna move on from here. Am I
Power of
wrong?
many.
Yeah, he did.
Am I right or wrong?
It was canon breaking. It was like all kind, like it took away from what made Anakin special. It took like
I
And
don't
again-
hate this show. I don't get the hate for it. It's fine. But I do think when you're looking at this list and the way that we are ranking it, it has no choice but to be in the category.
Well, here's my thing. This show, when I watched it, I still think they should have just spread it out. That whole season could have been 3 good seasons if you gave us storyline and gave us character development. But they
what I want to know
so
is
much
how
on
the
one season.
hell did they spend 700 million on 8 episodes?
They
Yeah.
could have literally did the whole first season. Doesn't have to be long. 5 episodes about the girls being kids.
Yeah.
And then like start with how you started it and then go to the backstory and only give us the backstory for the rest of the 5 episodes. Then the next season flesh out the villain guy. And then in the 3rd season end the show the way that they were trying to do it.
Well,
that's all you had
like
to
I
do.
said, the reveal of the bad guy, that should have ended in my eyes at least.
Dash
If you-
Rendar?
Yeah.
that should have ended the first season. It should have been the big reveal to go, oh my god, he's an awesome Sith, he's badass. They brought that in like, what was this, episode 3? I'm like,
Wait,
what are
hold
you
on.
doing?
Who's
You're
Dash
just-
Rendar?
Dash Rendar was from Shadows of the Empire, the video
Shadows of the
game.
Empire.
Yeah, no, I
okay.
wasn't agreeing with that. But
Sorry,
anyway,
okay, continue.
but again,
It was Darth Thirst Trap.
Darth Thirst Trap.
Tyrant ass. Anyway, okay, so that goes there. If anybody disagrees, say it in the comments below. I want you to tell me why you say this is good. I want to know in the comments below why you think this is even any remotely should go up even 1 slot in my eyes.
That's
I want to find it.
Putty. That's
Yeah.
mean.
I want to hear it in the comments, and that means a lot of comments. Anyway, next we have Skeleton Crew. I think it's Use the Force.
I think it's behind Andor, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was wicked fun. It was wicked awesome.
Skeleton Crew is like a very, it feels, it has that 80s feel like of Goonies and everything else, and like, yeah, this is, if they want to do anything for kids, this is the way you do it. Skeleton Crew is
Dumbledore.
a great show. Yeah, right. Nice. Jude Law. Okay, next is okay. So now this is where they want. I added these because Campo brought it in. I'm gonna be very honest. I've actually not seen any one of these 3, so these guys are
that's
gonna have to rank this.
perfect. Now we don't have to worry about you having some kind of attachment to them to be in the top tier.
Okay, so Bad Batch is the first one.
Bad Batch
These
is
aren't
the
the droids
holiday
you're looking
special.
for. Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you that. Only one. There can only be one.
Yeah. This one, the first season was actually half decent.
Go put it up.
So
I just thought this
it's
show
behind
was
Boba.
so boring.
Yeah. All right.
It's like storyless. It's just like it runs on forever.
Okay. Next we have Star Wars Visions.
I think this is Use the Force.
This was
Really?
good, yeah.
Season 1 of Visions.
I need to watch it then.
It's right behind
amazing.
Skeleton Crew, yeah.
Season 1 of Vision is
Wow.
amazing. Like, so amazing, I couldn't believe it. When I finished watching it, I was like, what did I just watch?
I'm mad
Yeah.
that I didn't watch it. Because here's the thing: when I was making this list and everything, and you told me that about adding these because they're canon. Visions I heard about, but I was like, I don't know if I'm interested in. The one thing I did know about is this one right here. Was it Tales of the Jedi?
Tales of the
I
Jedi is
actually
solid.
I've not seen
It's
yet,
a
but it made me
it's
interested.
never tell me the odds.
Yeah,
Right
it's
behind
like,
Kenobi.
yeah, I'll
Okay.
take that.
I
But
was
like,
curious about this, but now Visions, you guys are telling us hi.
Vision
I'm
has
gonna
an
have to watch it.
episode, a Western. It's like a Western
Yeah.
samurai episode. I don't remember, is the guy in it, what's his name? The guy from Ahsoka, or the guy from Boba Fett, the bad guy, the blue guy. What's his name?
Oh, is he in this?
Cad
Is he in
Bane.
Visions?
Isn't
That
Cad
Cad
Bane in
Bane's
that episode?
I believe so. Yeah.
I don't remember for sure, Putty. So, but I feel like there's a Western episode where there's like a samurai guy, and it's so
I
unbelievable. Like,
love Cad Bane. Okay,
I'm pretty
I'll have
sure
to
there was
watch it then.
something to do with Cad Bane or something that
Along that
involves,
lines.
yeah,
Yeah.
along those lines.
Well, I'm gonna say this: our last tier list, we're giving the middle finger, but this one gets a fist. If you look at the tier list,
Hey man, if you fisting is
take
your
it a
ultimate.
bit. It's just like, you know what
Got
I
the
mean?
nubs.
We ain't getting no middle finger on this one, but there wasn't enough probably to
The
get the middle
stabby
finger in the first
salute.
place.
I think
We don't really get
I
these.
mean, this is a pretty good list.
It's a solid list.
I mean, there you have it. If
Putty,
you guys
tell us something
disagree,
about Star Wars, Putty. Tell us a couple things about Star Wars.
okay, well, it's in a galaxy far, far away.
Mhm.
If you didn't know that, which is not on our world or any other world that we are in. Um, it's
Okay,
got
here, this
Jedi.
is my question to you.
Okay,
Based on not being the best, just for Putty, P. Papa Parkinson, of all these shows, and you can't pick the Acolyte,
Man,
what is
okay.
easily the worst show out of all of these shows? It doesn't have to be based on how good the show is, just on you being you.
Oh God. Um, I have to actually agree with you guys. I still think it's Boba Fett. And here's my thing. I want to say Ahsoka because I actually like Obi Wan better than Ahsoka. I actually like Obi Wan better than Ahsoka. Um, though, but Obi Wan and
But
Ahsoka,
Ray
I feel like kind of.
Stevenson,
I feel
Yeah.
like Obi Wan.
R.I.P.
I feel like Obi Wan and Ahsoka though kind of go together because of the whole Anakin link and everything. It
okay.
really works. Okay. Boba Fett is one of those things where I definitely I had my eyes clouded because when I watched it the first time, I think I gave it a decent rating. But looking back on it, especially when he appeared in the second season of Mandalorian, like in the second season of Mandalorian, I was like, oh, he's a badass. We're gonna get a great series. And then we got the Book of Boba Fett, and I was like, why is he being this? I'm gonna help people thing. That's what the Mandalorian's for. That's what he is, and he does a good job of it. You basically had just said, "Oh, this guy's a badass," but he's got a tender heart now since he came out of the Starlight Pit. Like,
Do
what
you want
the
to know what I
heck?
think it is, though? I don't think it's like a tender heart thing. I think it's he was this. This is who he is. His dream was to be the shogun of the town, and that's what he wanted. He wanted to take care of the people of his place
Yeah.
and be a leader, but he was forced into this life, and he just happened to be really good at it. So he stuck with it under the hopes that eventually he would become this guy that he is. But he ended up just becoming a lackey because he couldn't overthrow the Hutts. So he was stuck being under them, right? He had
Yeah.
no choice to do what his job was. That's how I saw this show, and that's why I gave it some forgiveness.
I
Makes
get it.
sense.
I always felt Boba Fett was one of those more loner characters. You know what I mean? Like he was a lone cowboy out in the West. You
He
know,
does have 13 tattoos.
yeah, right.
That
I
is.
mean, so this felt more like he had that background, but then he
Excuse
was
me.
like,
Oh,
I have a
jeez.
change of heart. I love that he takes over and he's like he controls things like a mob boss, but it's too much of a kind-hearted mob boss.
Listen,
I
But it didn't
wanted to
go
be.
anywhere after that, though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Normalize
I agree. I agree.
normalize New Zealanders being in Star Wars. That's all I'm
What?
saying.
Okay, well,
Grayson Waller.
but,
He's
I
Australian.
again, there's a list. Wait, I'm saying Campo's line. There you go. You can take it over, Campo.
If
But
you just came for the list, that's the list. And if you want to find Putty, you can find him at Fansly. And I
Fansley.
can't think of another site right now for JD, but when I figure it out, I'll put it in the comments below.